Tutors Preparatory 3. Mr. Ramadan greets you and presents today's unit, which is the last unit in Term 1, Unit 9, untitled The Senses. To talk about senses, we should know the meaning of a sense. It concerns human beings. When I talk about senses, I talk about sight, when you see using your eyes, hearing, when you hear or listen to something using your ears, when you smell something using your nose, and so on. But today we will concentrate on the sense of seeing or sight. Let's start using today's vocabulary. We will talk about sense. Sense. Adult. Adult. Orchestra. Orchestra. Sign language. Sign language. Dots. Dots. Soldier. Soldier. Square. Square. General education schools. General education schools. Fingers. Fingers. Sign. Sign. System. System. Invitation. Invitation. Concert. Concert. Shape. Shape. Text. Text. Dictionary. Dictionary. Let's move to the next column. Verbs. Produce. Protect. Make up. Look up. Hand out. Take up. Set up. Communicate. Continue. The next column concerning adjectives and adverbs. We have in the adjectives blind, deaf, and crowded. Adverbs we have moreover, slightly, and weakly. Let's go again to know the meaning of each word. The first word is sense, which means the ability to smell, see, hear, touch, and taste. Adult, when you are 18 years old or older than this, you are an adult. Orchestra, a group of people playing music together, like a band. Sign language. Sign language is the language in which we use our hands, especially the deaf use it. Dots, points, but the dots used in this text, in the text of today's lesson, are the dots that can be touched. Soldier. Soldier, someone who works in an army or so to protect his country. Square. It's a shape with 4 lines, with 4 equal lines. General education schools. General education schools are the schools in which all children or common children learn. General education, not private education, not special cases education. Fingers, we have 5 fingers in each hand. Sign, a word or a picture which expresses something or gives some information. System, way of thinking or dealing with something. Invitation, invitation card, when you have a card that says you are invited to attend a party or something like this. Concert, music party, in which you can listen to music or songs. Shape, square, circle, triangle, or so. These are shapes. Square, triangle, circle, and so these are shapes. Then we have text. Text, script, some words written or read to give information about something. Dictionary, a big book in which you find the meaning of a word, especially in foreign languages. And it helps in translation from one language to another. Let's move to the verbs. Produce means to make something. Produce, to make. Protect. It means that when you protect your children, you keep them safe. You protect your country, you defend it and make it safe from inside and outside. Let's go to the verbs which are called phrasal verbs. Like what? Like when you say makeup, which means create. To create something means to make up. To write a novel may mean make up. Make up a story, create a story. Look up means to find the meaning of a word in a dictionary. Hand out means give. Here find and here give. Take up. Okay. Take up means start something, an activity. Start practicing an activity. Set up means establish or start an organization or a company. When I say this school was set up in 2005. And take up means also means learn. Set up means start an organization. Communicate means connect to something or connect to someone, to be in attachment with him. Continue, go on. Let's move to the adjectives here. Blind, someone who can't see. Deaf, someone who can't hear. Crowded, a busy place filled with people. Let's move to the adverbs. Moreover, when you want to add information to a sentence you said, like when you say, I like this school very much, moreover, I can't live without it. Slightly, a little, a bit. When you say, I'm slightly tired, it means I started to feel tired and I am tired a little. Weekly, once a week, every week. These are the new words, and now these are some exercises on them. The school students gave a fantastic on Mother's Day, wedding, concert, picnic, and journey. Yes, concert. Ahmed usually plays the violin in a or an space on Tuesdays. He plays the violin in an orchestra. Yes. Space are the words and pictures that give information about something. Systems, drawings, signs, signals. Yes, signs. Did you have any puzzle, any trouble, any double, any accident finding your way to the new school? Did you have any trouble finding your way to the new school? Okay. Let's move to our book, student book, page 45, the start or the beginning of Unit 9, which is called the senses. Okay, Unit 9, the senses, lesson 1. We have a text to read about Louis Braille, or Louis Braille, as they call him in France. Louis Braille, who was born in 1809, became blind after an accident when he was 3. At first, Louis went to school in his village where his father made equipment for horses. When he was 10, he went to a school for blind children in Paris. In the school library, there were 14 books which had a system of dots instead of letters. When students touched the letters, they could work out the meaning of the words. Louis wanted to find a way to improve the system. Then, in 1821, a man called Charles Barbier visited the school. Barbier, who was a soldier, showed the students his own system of dots on paper. It was used by soldiers to read and write messages at night. Louis decided to improve Barbier's system to make it easier for blind people to use. When he was 15, he wrote his first book of signs. He continued adding more signs to his system. He also made up signs for math and music. The signs took his name, Braille. These days, new technology has made Braille even easier to use. Some computers, which can quickly change text into Braille, now have Braille printers. Electronic books, e-books, can also be read in Braille. You can find Braille in many different languages all over the world. There are even Braille dictionaries so that blind adults and children can look up words and find out their meanings. Okay. Now let's move to today's structure, which is talking about relative clauses. Relative clauses. What is the meaning of relative clauses? A relative clause makes a relation between two sentences to make them only one sentence. I want to know the name of the tall man who or that just came in. The car which or that is parked outside belongs to my uncle. I want to know the name of the man, of the tall man. The tall man just came in. We made these two sentences into one only. I want to know the name of the tall man who just came in or that يبقى who بتساوي that في الحالة دي. وعندنا كمان which و that. who for men or human beings, which for things. Okay. The car which is parked outside, which equals that. And who also equals that. Drivers who drive carelessly are bad. Drivers who drive carelessly are bad. لو انا قلت drivers are bad يبقى انا ما ينفعش اعمم واقول كل السواقين باد، لا، اللي هم بس ايه، اللي هم بيدرايف كيرلسلي، اللي هم بيسوقوا بدون اهتمام هم اللي باد. يبقى drivers who drive carelessly are bad. تعالوا نشوف الجمله اللي بعدها. my uncle okay who works as a doctor is so kind. تعالوا نقرا كده الجمله اللي بره. my uncle is so kind، جمله كامله ومعنى كامل. ممكن اقول my uncle works as a doctor، وده برضو جمله كامله بمعنى كامل، لكن ربطناهم الاثنين بشرط وجود الكومه اللي قبل والكومه اللي بعد اللي احنا شايفينها، ادي واحده وادي الثانيه. يبقى في الحاله دي استخدمنا هو. طب ينفع اقول ذات؟ اكيد طبعا لا، لان ذات بتيجي في حاله انه المعنى يكون مكتمل للجمله كلها على بعضها، وانه ما يكونش في عندي الكومه اللي انت شايفينها دي. Let's look at this table اللي بيتكلم عن non-defining relative clauses، الروابط الغير معرفة. who قلنا مع العاقل، which مع الغير عاقل. لما اقول مثلا Mr. Zaki who lives next door is a scientist، ينفع اقول Mr. Zaki is a scientist، صح؟ وممكن اقول Mr. Zaki lives next door. مستر زكي lives next door. نربطهم على بعض بقى بس باستخدام الكومه اللي قبل والكومه اللي بعد، واقول مستر زكي who lives next door is a scientist. اوكي. elephants نفس الكلام. elephants are found in Africa. elephants live for 45 years. اقول elephants which live for 45 years are found in Africa. تعالوا نشوف كلمة where دي بتيجي للمكان. We went to visit my cousins in Luxor. Luxor دي ايه؟ where they have lived since 1970، هم عايشين فيها منذ سنة 1970. يبقى Luxor where تيجي بعد المكان. when تيجي بعد الزمان أو الرابط الزمني. when the photo shows Alexandria in 1990. 1990 when my parents lived there. when my parents lived there. اما كلمه whose بتيجي عوضا عن الملكيه او الابوستروف اس، ضمير الملكيه او الابوستروف اس. نقول مثلا this is my uncle عادل whose factory produces cotton clothes. لو شلنا whose هنقول his factory produces cotton clothes او my uncle's factory produces cotton او cotton clothes. the man whose son won the prize، ماله الراجل was very happy. the man was very happy. Okay, let's practice with some sentences. Rewrite sentences. Nadia went to live in Muqattam. I used to go to school with her. عايزين نربط بهو. هنقول نادية ونحط الكومة بتاعتنا ونقوم قايلين who I used to go to school with. مش هنكتب here، واقوم حاطط الكومة تاني واقول went to live in مقطم. went to live in مقطم. كمل كلامك. الجملة رقم 2 عايزين نستخدم الرابط where، رابط المكان. I went to the park. I saw a lot of flowers there. حرف الجر there هنستغنى عنه دلوقتي علشان نحط بداله where. So I went to the park where I saw a lot of flowers. يبقى نشيل كلمة there ونكتب هنا كلمة where. يبقى I went to the park where I saw a lot of flowers ونشطب كلمة there. واضحة؟ كلمة whose رابط الملكية. The manager is waiting for you. His office door is always open. يبقى الجملة دي اللي هتنحط في نص الجملة الأولى. The manager whose office door is always open. whose بدل من كلمة ايه؟ his. تمام. excellent. whose office door to the end of the sentence لحد كلمة open وقوم قايل كوما is waiting for you. is waiting for you. اوكي. بعد كده هناخد جملة على which. The story is very good. It was written by Dickens. ونقوم قايلين استخدم لي كلمة which. يبقى the story which بس هحط كومة طبعا. which was written by Dickens was written by Dickens. Lord Charles Dickens, you know, the great author. ونقوم قايلين is very good. is very good. Okay, and I will leave these 4 sentences for you to answer as a homework and move to choose sentences. This is the house my father bought last year. This is the house which my father bought. Luxor, thousands of tourists stay every year, is near the Nile. Luxor, Luxor is where? Yes, where thousands of tourists stay every year. Ahmed, أنا حليتها. Ahmed father is ill is really sad. المفروض انها كانت Ahmed's father. يبقى نشيل الابوستروف اس ونحط بدلها ايه؟ whose. My uncle lives on a farm, has 3 horses. My uncle who lives on a farm has 3 horses. Let's move quickly to our student book, page 2. Page اللي هو listen to page 46. Abu Ghurab is a very exercise number 2. Abu Ghurab is a very interesting place. We went there on our school trip. Abu Ghurab, where we went. The Abu Ghurab, where we went هنشيل there on our school trip last year ونقوم قايلين بعدها أبو غراب كوما where لحد كلمة year ونقوم قايلين is a very interesting place. بعد الكوما نقول is a very interesting place to the end of the sentence. Our school is more than 100 years old. Our school is more than 100 years old. It has about 1,000 students. Our school, which has, our school, comma, which has 1,000 students, comma, مالها بقى is more than, is more than. ونكمل الجملة الأولى لآخر. The tour guide gave us a tour of the city. He knew everything about Egypt. يبقى the tour guide, comma, who knew everything about Egypt, comma, gave us a tour to the city. نقولها تاني. The tour guide who knew everything about Egypt gave us a tour. ونحط الكوما قبل هو والكوما بعد نهاية الجملة التانية. Let's move to lesson 4 because lesson 3 is listening. The deaf school in Cairo. It's another text to be read The deaf school in Cairo was set up in 1982 for children from all over Egypt. There are about 70 children at the school where most of them live during the week. They go home at weekends and during the holidays. At the school, students learn Egyptian Sign Language. They also learn reading and writing in Arabic and English, math, science, PE, physical education, and computer studies. The teachers at the deaf school behave as sorry, it's not clear. Believe, yes. The teachers at the deaf school believe that it's really important for deaf people to be able to communicate with people who can hear. They encourage the family and friends of deaf students to take up, means to learn sign language themselves at special weekly classes for people who can hear. They also plan activities where both deaf people and people who can hear can learn about each other's lives. More schools are now open for deaf learners all over Egypt. Moreover, slightly deaf students are now included in general education schools so that they can be with other students that hear well. Let's answer this exercise. Number one is answered. Sign language is a language that's communicated by the mouth or hands? By the hands. Yes. If you take up sign language, it means you learn it. Okay. And now let's move to the last page in Unit 9. Review of Unit 9. Number one is answered. He wants to know the meaning of this verb. It means, yes, set up. Started means set up. Here, if you don't know what an English word means, find the word in a dictionary. It means look up the word in, yes, look up the word in a dictionary. Could you please give the box to the students, Salma? It means hand out. Very good. Hand out. Okay. Add the correct non-defining relative clauses from A to F. Number one is answered. My uncle, who has 3 horses, live on a farm. Number one is answered. We went to the supermarket where we bought some food for a picnic. Yes, D. My parents gave me a book which I've been reading every night. Yes. The pyramids are very interesting. The pyramids, which many tourists visit every year. Yes. Camels can live for 50 years. Camels which can live for weeks without water. Yes. My neighbor is very friendly, who is a primary school teacher. Yes. Okay. Make, accept or refuse invitation. دلوقتي عندنا invitation، عايزين يا اما نعمل accept يا اما نعمل refuse، نقبل او نرفض، take it or leave it. Amal and Huda, would you like to come to the beach with us on Saturday? It won't be. I have to do my homework. واضح انها بتعتذر. Yes, I'm afraid. عشان نتعلم نحل الديالوج. I'm afraid. It won't be possible. Yeah, it won't be possible. مش هيكون متاح او مش هيكون ممكن. فوزي وناصر. فوزي بيقول I'd like to my house. أكيد invite. تمام. Invite you to my house for lunch. ناصر قال له I'm sorry I'd not to come. I'd love to come. Yes, but I can't because my grandparents are coming to visit us. يبقى نكتب هنا because. Yes. Okay, thank you very much indeed. I was very happy with you. Till we meet again. Goodbye.